He flew right into your head, like he couldn't avoid it. Never seen that before. Word into a woman's head.
He flew right into your head, like he couldn't avoid it. Really? Never seen that before. Bird into a woman's head. So, this guy actually had great pronunciation. It's just a little New York. Elaine's really was tough to hear, but if you watch the video, you can see her say, really? Yeah, okay. So, he flew right into your head. He flew right into your head. Lucky, that H was gone. Lucky as if like he couldn't avoid it. Couldn't. So we know we know 7 H's, H can be canceled, right? We know that. The N can cancel the T. So perfect pronunciation, couldn't. Cancel the T, couldn't. But the N can also cancel the D. Couldn't avoid it. Couldn't. Yeah, that's what we got. He flew right into your head, like he couldn't avoid it. Great job here. Really? Never seen that before. Bird into a woman's head. And his pronunciation is very clear. Head. It almost looks like a T, right? I agree. But that's just his style. Bird into a woman's head. Broadside of a Venice. 2 times. This is a barn, right? And this is the front of the barn right here. This is the side of a barn. The side of a barn can also be called the broad side of a barn. The broad side of a barn. Now, in America, we have the expression to hit the broad side of a barn. And specifically, think baseball. So if I'm throwing the baseball, I throw it, and if I'm a terrible thrower, we can say you or Coach Shane can't hit the broad side of a barn. And that what that means is the target is so easy, but even though it's so easy to throw the ball and hit this, it's so easy, I'm so terrible, I can't do that. Does that make sense? So if somebody is doing something which should be really simple, it should be really easy, but they fail or they can never do it, you can say, I can't hit the broad side of a barn. Hey, Coach Shane, do you want to play baseball? Oh, I want to, but I can't hit the broad side of a barn. That means my accuracy is terrible. It should be simple. I can't do it. That's the idea. And that was the idea here, the broad side of a Venice. And we saw it in the scene, the opening scene of part 7, where a bird flies into Elaine's head. She doesn't fly into the side of her head. She flies into the back of her head. But anyway, that's the idea. She has a huge head. The broad side of a barn. Elaine's head is the broad side. Elaine's head is huge. It's an easy target. Even a bird, which doesn't want to hit it, will hit it because it's so huge. That's the idea of the title. Yeah, so I appreciate all your guesses. I try. Let's get into the story here. Central Park, a man is sitting on a bench as Elaine walks by. All of a sudden, a bird flies, and you can actually, if you watch the video, you can actually see the bird flies, and boom. And then this is the bird right here, believe it or not. Yeah, that you can see it. A bird flies right into Elaine's head and falls to the ground. The bird is stunned. It regains its balance. It stands up and feels okay, and then flies away. The man stares in amazement. Oh, he flew right into your head. Like he couldn't avoid it. Like your head was so huge, he probably wanted to avoid your head, but he couldn't. He couldn't avoid it. Your head is so huge. Elaine is rubbing her head. We call this the smarts, okay? Today, I was walking in my kitchen, and my hand banged up against the counter, like the corner of the counter, banged against that. Ooh, wow. that hurts, instead of hurts, we can say that smarts, okay? That pain. It goes away, but that's the idea. So Elaine is rubbing out the smarts. Ooh, that hurts. That smarts. Yeah, we say that. So she's rubbing the smarts out. Really? The guy continues, never seen that before. Bird into a woman's head. Yeah, she's got a big head, right? She's in a taxi. She's blocking the view of the driver. He asked her to get down. Little more. Thank you. And she's got a huge head. Massive head. Elaine covers her head with her hands and runs off. She's embarrassed. Next scene is at Monk's. George is filling Jerry in on, is telling Jerry about.
He flew right into your head, like he couldn't avoid it. Never seen that before. Word into a woman's head.